Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Lauderhill TV. It's another week, Thursday at 8, and I'm excited to be here to share with you another amazing Lauderhill person today. Wow, just get ready for a ride, people. Please go ahead and share the post. Come on in, get comfortable, get your drinks, get your snacks, get comfortable. We're going to have our guest come up in a little while. But before we do that, welcome again to Lauderhill TV. We are here every Thursday at 8 p.m. And the purpose for Lauderhill TV is to share only good news, good resources, and amazing people from the city of Lauderhill. Each week we've had some amazing people such as the mayor of Lauderhill we've had a couple of our commissioners, and we have the other two coming up very, very soon. And we've had FEMA on when we had the flooding. We've had the Florida Department of Transportation on. And guess what? Next week, we're having Lauderhill Performing Arts Center come and share all of the incredible shows and the incredible facility they have over there. All right, so again, come on in, get settled down, tell a friend, post it on your social media, let people know we're here. We're still ramping up we're in our pre-launch phase. And hopefully by the end of the year, we're going to go into full launch and launch properly. So get ready for an amazing time. Welcome to you who are here so far. We have Debbie Banners in the chat. Welcome to you, Debbie Banner. Good to have you as always. Welcome to Madeline Noel, who is our translator. She'll come up at the end of the show and wrap up what we've spoken about in Creole. So good evening to our favorite audience. Welcome to our special guest. This is going to be a show and a half. I can feel it already. I can feel it. Let me get rid of that noise coming through there. All right. Yes, please share and remind your friends and family to subscribe. We love you all. And I want to give you a chance to come on in just for a minute or two. Come on in, get settled down. It's good to have you all here. Dr. White is here. Hello. Good evening. I think I might have picked up a few more visitors since last week. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button on YouTube. All right, tell at least 5 friends. So what I'm going to ask for you of you today is to tell at least 5 friends who may be interested in the city of Lauderhill, positive news, good vibes, and just good information. Just tell a few people, because I'm telling you, after we finish tonight, you're going to say this was a good show and this is a good thing that we're doing here. All right, again, we're just elevating people and giving them their flowers while they're here as well. All right, so let me just do 1 or 2 more things before we get started. Feel free to subscribe again, Lauderhill TV on YouTube. And if you need to email me, it's support@lauderhilltv.com. And follow us on TikTok and IG. We're really, really happy to have you here today. It's still early, so please come on in and get settled down. Tell a friend, get comfortable. Hit that like button. It increases the viewership. It shows people that there's something going on over here, and we like to do that. And then feel free to get involved in the chat room, ask your questions, give your woo-woos and your kudos in the chat. We always do all of that kind of good stuff. And then, of course, I do thank you for supporting the channel. We're still growing. It's still very, very new, but we thank you so much for supporting the channel. And the YouTube channel is www.youtube.com/@LauderhillTV. Can't miss it. Lauderhill TV. We want to change the narrative of Lauderhill. We want to spread more good news and focus less on the bad news. Of course, we've got to address the bad, but not here on Lauderhill TV. All right, guys, let us get in here. Let's get in. Welcome to you, Orel Ferguson. Good to have you, sir. Good to have you. Welcome to Jacqueline Adamson. Good evening, MJ. Good to have you, my dear. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I think we are just about ready to get started. But before we do that, let us hear a word from our sponsors.
At Shamslaw Financial Services, we specialize in credit services and insurance services. As a financial social worker, I'm here to help you maximize your credit score with thinking outside of the box.
Located in the city of Lauderhill, Mercy's Healthcare Registry have been serving the AIDS community for over 15 years. As a staffing agency, we hire HHAs, CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. Give us a call today, 954-572-3699.
Advertise for free on Lauderhill TV while the offer lasts. Call 954-279-3893 for the details. Be here. I'm just about to bring up my special guest tonight. It is my honor to welcome Jackie Vernon-Thompson to Lauderhill TV. Welcome, Jackie.
Hello, Millissa. Thank you so much for having me. Ooh, I'm excited.
Thank you so much for being available. I know
My
you are an
pleasure.
extremely busy person, and we are going to explore some of the things that you're doing in the city of Lauderhill and worldwide, I may add.
Yeah.
And it's really, really incredible. And I've been telling people, you need to be at this show because anytime I'm in your presence, you're dropping gems, you're inspiring people. And I just think you actually are one of the most amazing people that I've ever met, to be honest with you.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. And the feeling is mutual. Absolutely.
I mean, thank you. But I really had to say that because, you know, I'm always trying to attend all of your events. So,
yes.
you know.
Thank you for the support.
Of course, really, really appreciate all you do. And I want to expose those things to our audience today. Let me also go ahead and welcome Marcia to the show. Marcia Gordon from the Lauderhill Seventh-day Adventist Church. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Marcia.
And welcome to you again, Madeline. She's just giving a lot of love. Welcome, Ms. Thompson.
Thank you.
So let us just go back for a second. I don't know if you remember, but the first time I ever met you, I had recently come up from New York, and I was just settling into Florida. And of course, you know, as we do as Seventh-day Adventists, you look through the directory and you find where all the churches are.
Yes.
And I went to Mount Olivet, and I saw this lady doing the announcements, the communications. It was just so amazing. I never saw anything like it before. And that was you, Jackie Vernon-Thompson. And then, I don't know if it was the same day or possibly a week or two later, you invited a bunch of people over to your house for lunch, for Sabbath lunch. And I was one of those people. And I never forgot that time. You were so welcoming. And do you remember any of that at all?
I absolutely do. And you're not easy to forget. Okay. So I remember, especially with your beautiful accent, but I remember that experience, and God just said, invite her over.
Wonderful. Oh, okay. So we're very interactive in here, and people get very involved. They're part of the show. They're a part of the audience. So welcome to Centric HR. Good to have you again, and thank you for supporting the show. Good evening, everyone. She says, Nicole Jean-Francois is here. Good evening, everyone. Marcia, hi, MJ and Jackie.
Hi.
Miss Jackie, my etiquette mentor. So I'm so happy that you're bringing your folks here too. But feel free to share, and feel free, if you're new, you can share too. You can tell everybody that we're here.
Absolutely.
Karen Meekle's here. This might be your first time viewing as well, Karen. Good to have you, my dear. So, without further ado, Jackie, would you give a little bit of an introduction to the audience about yourself?
Thank you so much for the opportunity. And before I move forward, before I answer your question, if I may, it has been a privilege and an honor to collaborate with the city of Lauderhill for so many years now. They have supported my school and my nonprofit, Youth Empowerment Village, and they continue to support it. So I am so very grateful to the mayor, the commissioners, and all those of the city of Lauderhill who actually said, okay, let's put the youth first and let's support them. So kudos to them for that. And thank you so much for your support, Lauderhill. Now, I had to make sure I say that first because you want to always give credit and give that gratitude to those who helped you from the very beginning.
Wow.
Sounds good?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So I am one of five. I'm the youngest. Some people say I'm spoiled, but I don't think so. I just work pretty hard, and I just, the Lord just allows me to attain what I desire as much as I desire. So I'm very grateful for that. I was reared by a single mother, and from the age of 3. However, later on in life, I developed a wonderful relationship with my father, and we have I can't see my life without him. So I'm so very grateful that the Lord allowed us to make full circle and develop a relationship. Now, what led me into this industry is quite interesting. For about 8 years, I mentored young girls. And at the church and in the community, I was a big sister for big brother, big sister. I just was led to young people, teaching them how to love themselves, particularly girls, on how to be a lady and so forth. I did not think that I was teaching etiquette because I really never used that word. Of course, we say proper manners and words like that, but never etiquette. And I did that for about 8 years. And one day I just kept saying to the Lord, praying, I was like, I know you have something for me to do. I know you have more for me. And I was seeking my purpose because I don't believe that I was fulfilling my purpose. And one night, right before my slumber, the Holy Spirit just whispered to me. He said, I want you to establish an etiquette school and etiquette DVDs. I heard it as clear as day. It wasn't a dream. I was wide awake, and he said it to me the next day. I spoke with my husband about it, told him what transpired, and he said, well, we have no choice but to obey. And that happened in January 2014, and I have not looked back since.
Wow, amazing, amazing. It was clear as day. I know you've mentioned that before. That was so it's so good to know your purpose. I know you've spoken about this many times about knowing your purpose and how you can
Yes,
just be so direct and specific when you know your purpose. So that's just a blessing to have that happen for you.
absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. I know I am walking in my purpose. I'm completely fulfilled when I do what I do. So I know this is why I'm here to
Yes.
help enhance the lives of others.
And you do it so well, I may
Thank
add.
you. Thank you. By God's grace.
Now, you do have a big event coming up. We're going to talk about that for a little bit, and then we're going to explore some of the other things you do. So
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and share my screen, and you can feel free to just talk about this event that is coming up in next month, I believe. So,
Thank you so much for that opportunity. We might want to use a different flyer because I'm going to I have replaced one of the speakers because for some reason, happy reason, something is
okay.
happening for her in
Okay.
California. So she has decided that she would not be able to attend. However, we've replaced her with another phenomenal lady.
All
So
right.
we will go ahead and talk about it. It is our etiquette conference that is coming up October 11th to the 13th. That's Wednesday to Friday. We're having it on weekdays, not weekends. And we'll talk all things etiquette. Not only will we discuss etiquette, we have someone coming in just to speak. She's flying in from Texas to fill us in on marketing strategies, unique marketing strategies. She is phenomenal. I discovered her and she has to be at this conference. And keep in mind, this conference is not only for etiquette consultants, it is for entrepreneurs in general. So she's
Right.
going to share that marketing information. Her name again is Deb Lebster, Lebster. I'm getting a tongue twister. Deb Lebster. And it's like the Deb, the Leb.
Could I ask you a quick question, Jackie?
Sure.
Do you
Mhm.
have the most recent flyer on your Facebook or anywhere that I can pull it right now as you're talking?
I absolutely do, and I can send it to you right now since it's pretty cool that we're
Yeah,
very
we're
casual
very
with our,
casual here.
yeah, and I
we
can
we
send it
we
to you.
produced the show on the fly, and we are very casual here. So feel free. Let me just read you what Oral says as you're pulling that up. My
Okay.
daughter and I learned the proper way to extend a handshake at a workshop Jackie conducted. I also won a prize, says Oral Ferguson. Yes, indeed. We always win stuff at Jackie's. I won a book at Jackie's workshop. I've won several, actually.
Oh my
um,
gosh.
Dr. White says, Mrs. Vernon-Thompson, you're such an inspiration. You're so beautiful and graceful.
Wow. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Let's give the flowers while we are here. And if you have something nice to say, don't hold back. Don't hold back at all. Dr. White, my name is Day Dana.
Dana.
Dana. Is
Yes.
this is this oh, okay. No. Oh, no. All right. So let's see. Let's see.
I shoot it out to you.
All right, perfect. So let continue talking about that, and I'm going to pull it up while you're doing that.
Okay, fantastic. Now, another lady who will be a special speaker is the Jacqueline Whitmore. She has been an etiquette expert for many years, well before my approach to the industry. And she will join us. She has been on TV, she's been on podcasts, all kinds of media. She's going to fill everyone in on how to establish a business with media. And that's a big one. We want to get our name out there, get our business out there. So, learning the strategies on establishing that business with media, TV, radio, podcast, and so forth, even Lauderhill TV.
Yes. Wow.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, she will be here, Jacqueline Whitmore. We have another speaker, Carolyn Mercury. She's going to fill us in. She's also an etiquette consultant, and she will fill us in on how to use Chat GPT and AI. You know, that's a big deal now.
Oh, yes, it
And
is.
so, yes, and we always develop different strategies, and we always want to make sure that we do everything contractual. And we want to be as efficient as possible. So, Chat GPT is definitely something we want to learn. Another young lady will fly in from Dallas. No, from Los Angeles. She will fill us in on international dining etiquette. Now, that's different from what we usually teach.
Oh,
International, learning how to dine with dignitaries, with diplomats, and so forth. Who sits
oh,
on the right,
wow.
who sits on the left, and how to use those strange and uncommon utensils at the table. So she's going to fill us in on all of that. We're also going to have a formal gala that night of the 12th, and we will have all the niceties. We're going to have a nice dinner, a nice multiple course meal, and that will be hosted by moi and emceed by our wonderful, beautiful attorney Suzette
Suzette
Speaks. I
speaks.
absolutely love her energy and her spirit, so I can't wait for her. And in the midst of it, we're going to have Lillian McDermott, who is a talk show host, and she will fill us in on how to become unstuck, how to move forward, how to remain focused, how to shift the mindset. Many of our entrepreneurs are really at that point where they need to shift that mindset, and she's going to help position us mentally, emotionally, and of course physically. So I'm excited about that. That event is only 375, and on Friday we're going to have afternoon tea at the Queen's Tea House in Parkland. All of that is included in the 375, and we're just excited about it. So head over to our website at fromtheinsideoutsoe.com. Click Etiquette Conference and register.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for providing all of that
My
great
pleasure.
information. You do have some heavy hitters on this conference,
Yes.
and it's over multiple days, and it's quite a variety of different types of things. So you have the conference, you have the gala, and you have the tea. Is that
Absolutely.
right?
Yes, and Millissa, the reason I have such variety and such an active 3 days is because we have people flying in from all over the world. We have etiquette consultants flying in from Africa. We're going to interact with some authentic Africans, and they're so excited. We have individuals coming from Trinidad, from Bahamas, Jamaica, all over, because we do have over 225 etiquette consultants
Wow.
internationally. And
Wow.
so several of them are coming in and from different states as well. So we have to make sure that it is appealing for them.
Wonderful. Let's
Yes.
give a few more shout outs to people who have just joined the group as well. Welcome to Fantasy Folly. Good evening, Millissa and Jackie. Did I say hello already to you guys? Good evening to the chat. Please don't forget to like the post, exactly, and share. People are
Mhm.
rolling in. It's typical. People usually come in around 8:15, so people are just still coming in. I'm trying to encourage them to be early. So Jackie,
Oh.
maybe you'll give them some tips on how to become early. Let me see what Madeline was saying. Mrs. Thompson made my nephew Nate a star. The family was blown away by his
Nate,
speech. I applaud your dedication to our youth.
that's my
Wow.
guy, Nate. That's my
Ooh,
guy.
lovely. I love that. Good evening, Samantha Sukraj. Lovely to have you from South Florida Caribbean Conference. And Kiva's here. Welcome, Kiva. She's been on the show as well. A lot of these people, several of these people have been on the show in the past. Yes, please share, share, share. I said that. All right, we're going to take a little break, and then when we come back, we're going to go on to the next topic as far as all of the fantastic things you do. So, thank you so much so far, Jackie. We're going to be right back. Please, everybody, continue to share. Let more people learn about this incredible lady. Don't go
Mm.
too far.
At Shamswa Financial Services, we specialize in credit services and insurance services. As a financial social worker, I'm here to help you maximize your credit score with thinking outside of the box.
Located in the city of Lauderhill, Mercy's Healthcare Registry have been serving the AIDS community for over 15 years. As a staffing agency, we hire HHAs, CNAs, LPNs, and RNs. Give us a call today, 954-572-3699.
Advertise for free on Lauderhill TV while the offer lasts. Call 954-279-3893 for the details. Again, welcome to Lauderhill TV. I am Millissa Jayne, your host, and I picked up quite a few tips from our etiquette queen, Jackie Vernon-Thompson, who we have with us today. Did you hear me say, I am Millissa Jayne?
I heard. Yes.
I'm trying to remember. Would you give that tip for our audience today, please?
That's always a big deal. And, not only do our children need to learn this protocol, but many of our adults. And you know what? I don't blame anyone, because from we were little tots, we were taught to say, my name is, my name is. And so the most polished and professional way to introduce yourself without redundancy is to say, I am in a professional environment, or I'm in a more casual environment. We all know, or perhaps not, that we stay away from contractions in the professional environments. So, when introducing yourself, the most appropriate way to introduce yourself is to say, I am, not my name is. Yeah.
So it's hard to remember sometimes, but I'm getting better, and I remembered that today with Jackie Vernon-Thompson right in front of me. How could I forget? All right. So welcome everybody again. Continue to share. We have somebody incredible, and she does so many great things. The next thing that we're going to talk about is your school of etiquette. Now, you
Mhm.
did mention briefly how it came about. Just summarize that real quick for us, and then just go into more detail about what the school is, and who you're helping, who you're serving.
Absolutely. When the Lord spoke with me in 2014, and I did extensive research, I became certified. I was patient with it, and we placed everything in position so that when it was time to launch, we were fully equipped, so no one would ask, what do you have to have to offer? And we would have to say, oh, it's coming, it's coming. I forbid that spirit. So we took quite some time to establish the school. For 1 year, I went mobile. And this is important for entrepreneurs, up and coming entrepreneurs or new business owners, to understand that you don't have to jump all in at the beginning. Take it one step at a time. And every step, of course, I prayed about it. I don't want to forget that.
Right.
And within a year, I was forced to move into a brick and mortar.
Wow.
So by 2015, I was in a brick and mortar, and we moved from there after about 3 or 4 years because they were going to demolish the building, and that was a push by God. And we're now at a location which is just the best location right now for us. We teach one-on-one classes. We teach in small groups in that location, and we constantly work in the schools, different organizations, different institutions, churches, where we're teaching proper conduct to children and adults. We also teach internationally. Therefore, if you're not able to come to our location, or if you're not local, we teach classes consistently via Zoom, and they're very effective. So we're able to connect with individuals in all parts of the world via Zoom and teach them. So therefore, it's just a wonderful experience delivering the information and the message and concept of proper etiquette so folks could really use them and make them a part of their life. It's all about a lifestyle.
Wow. And it's so incredible of your journey because, like you said, you started fairly streamlined, small, and then you grew. You let the Lord lead you. And I also wanted to give a big shout out to Pastor Gary Gordon.
Hi!
He was on the show several months ago. Jackie Vernon-Thompson is a jewel in the South Florida crown, a woman of faith, a community and people builder.
He's one of my, I have to interrupt you. He is one of my coolest pastors.
I know.
Pastor Gordon is the best. So, well, one of the best, because I have a few like really cool pastors, and he's at the top of the list.
He's very cool. And I don't know if you saw that episode when I interviewed Pastor Gordon on the show, but we're actually from the same part of the country in the UK.
Oh yes,
so we knew each other. So we actually knew each other way back then, growing up as youth in the church.
That's awesome.
But as far as your business, you're helping so many people in an area that you've kind of cornered the market here, right? And you have so much good business savvy about you. Can you just give us another tip regarding just being lead and business savvy, and even how you dealt with the pandemic?
Oh, okay. First of all, one of the things that helps an individual to be at the top of their game in reference to business is to always position yourself as a student, as a learner. I am consistently learning. I am consistently reading and listening to YouTube talks from Brian Tracy, Les Brown, and the list goes on to enrich my being, my mindset. And so that's one of the things. Of course, Dr. Eric Thomas, he's like my number one. They call him ET, and he happens to be a really good friend of mine. And I just absolutely love to listen to him because he's just so driven. And so those are the things that I use. I make sure I position myself as a learner. I don't want to ever have anyone ever assume that, oh, she knows everything. That's not the case at all. Wow. And so that's what I do. I feed myself information. What was the second half of your question?
I wanted to talk about how you handled the pandemic, because you really saw it during that time, and I think people really kind of need to know these things.
Absolutely. When the pandemic hit, for a moment, and I mean a moment, I said, okay, Lord, what do we do now? And instantly he began to speak with me because, as I mentioned earlier, every step of the way with this business, I consult my creator. And so immediately my husband and I went to BrandSmart. We bought a 50, what is it, 50-inch screen TV. We placed it on our dining room table. I sat my laptop in front of it and I pivoted.
Love that
That
word.
is, yes, I pivoted because we could no longer go into schools, no longer do in person classes, none of that. If I did not pivot, my business would be dead. Absolutely. So when I pivoted and mastered at marketing, I just, everything just skyrocketed. The school just went international within no time, and God
Wow.
just blew it up. It's just, I have to say blew it up because that's exactly what happened. It catapulted me into a more successful position, and it is only because my mindset was, okay, I've got to do something differently now. And I obeyed the word. That's pretty much it. God said, do it. And I did it. That's
And
just pretty
you
much
did
how
it.
I do it.
Let's talk a little bit about your international aspect, or because I know you work with the youth, and then you also work with adults.
Mhm.
Let's switch to the adults for a moment and just talk about how, especially during the COVID period, you pivoted, you attracted so many more students worldwide, and
Yes,
we're going to talk about that portion of your business for a little bit.
absolutely. Once I pivoted, my certification class really grew. I started the certification class a year prior to, in 2019, and we were going along, having 5 or 6 individuals who became certified from different states, different countries. And when I pivoted and increased the marketing for international students, that class began to fill like crazy.
Wow.
It is a 5-week course. For the entire 5 weeks, I teach the individual strategies and techniques on how to teach children and adults proper etiquette virtually and in person. And I arm them with the information necessary so that they will be confident when teaching. Now, the class is the last class, we graduated 29 students. And these
Wow.
are, yes, and these are adults internationally. Our class before that, we actually had a consultant from Pakistan, and it's incredibly, right? And this time last month, one of our students was from India. So it is very much international.
I'm
There
actually going
is,
to show. I'm actually
yes,
going to show you. I pulled this from your Facebook page, but we have
one of our very own.
one of your certified students in the chat right now. Yvonne is here. Let me just take that
Hey,
off the screen
Yvonne.
there. But Yvonne is here in the chat. She said pivot. Congratulations to you, Yvonne, for becoming a certified etiquette consultant. She's right here in South Florida. Is she still in South Florida? Did she
No,
move?
actually, she's moved. She's in Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay. It doesn't make any
Yes.
difference, right? But wonderful. And I just wanted to show a few of your students because they're from all over the place. So you have somebody here from Chicago.
Oh, Chicago's
You
misspelled.
you have somebody from
Carousel?
Carousel. You
Hmm.
have somebody from LA, or is that Louisiana or
Yes,
LA?
Louisiana.
That's Louisiana. Okay. And you have somebody from Maryland. And then you have somebody from New York. But you also have somebody from the Bahamas
Mm-hmm.
and Trinidad
Trini.
and Uganda.
Yes.
And like you said, Grand Cayman. And I think I had Zambia. I think I had India here somewhere, and India too. So a truly international school, and I can see you are thriving. I think you had mentioned in one of your workshops that you had your business had, what was it,
Tripled.
tripled, tripled.
Yes.
Wow, that is
Due to
incredible.
the pandemic, now there are ups and downs. There are many people who thrive during the pandemic or the heavier part of the pandemic. And there's some who experience really, really bad situations. And of course, my prayers are out to them because, there's good and bad in life.
Mhm.
However, for my situation, I'm just very grateful to God for speaking to me and just telling me, girl, you better pivot, and you better pivot right now.
That is amazing. It's a
Yes.
wonderful. And like I said to you all, this is going to be one of those shows. This is very, very inspiring. Jackie Vernon-Thompson is a great example of somebody who, number one, follows the Lord's leading, and number two, this lady works hard. I don't even know if you sleep. Can you just talk about your work ethic for a little moment?
Oh Lord, and don't talk about sleep. Oh my gosh, what is that?
What is that?
No, I definitely take everything I do in this business seriously. Now, I do advise my etiquette consultants from the onset of the 5-week class that once you announce that you're an etiquette consultant, expectations of you are raised
Oh yes.
immediately. Yes. So I strive every day to not necessarily live up to everyone's expectations, because you cannot do that. You cannot satisfy everyone. You just have to be the best version of yourself. And so that's my goal every day. When I see you, you're going to see a smile. You're not going to know my issues in life. You're going to hear experience, courtesy, and all of those good things, because that's what I teach.
Right.
And it is necessary for me to walk what I teach and walk what I preach, right, Pastor Gordon? And so, and so it's just been a journey for me. And to be honest, it has helped me to be a better person.
Wow. Yes. Yes.
It is personal for me. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, Jackie, that was you. You responded before that. The old Jackie would have gone left. So not only are those outside expecting greater from me, I am expecting greater from myself.
Okay, that's wonderful. Again, everybody, we are here talking with etiquette expert Jackie Vernon-Thompson. And we're only halfway through, so please do go and share the post with somebody. We have so much more to talk about, so we would really appreciate that. And I thank you so much for those who have already shared. And feel free, if you're watching on your television screen, take a picture and share it on social media and let people know that we are here. Many people just put it on their TV. I want this to be like a real TV show, because my vision is that it will be on the TV, Roku,
Absolutely.
and all of these different channels. So I'm going to take another brief break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about Jackie's book, Jackie's non-profit school. She writes for some of the biggest news outlets out there. Oh, so much more to talk about. Right, don't go anywhere.
Excitement is in the air. September 16th through the 17th, Christian Community Church of God Lauderhill brings you its 2023 Community Health Fair and Bazaar. Free giveaways all day for 2 days. Bring those grocery bags. We mean it. Free health screenings. You name it. Cholesterol, glucose, BP, HIV, helmet safety, eye testing. Are you eligible for a free mammogram? Come and see. Give it with love. Yeah, blood donation is needed. Please consider giving. Looking for job opportunities? We have that too. Be enlightened by our police officers, fire department personnel, and business consultants. Support local businesses, insurance needs, legal needs, housing needs, body care, eye care, hand care, face care, every care. A massage is a must. Pest control, those rodents must go. Ladies, wigs for all. African attire, yes. Everything clothing. While you're at it, that vehicle needs washing, its engine needs checking, and the food court is open. We have space for more. Sign up to complement our vendor sales and services. Hey kids and kids at heart, we have bounce houses, games, and fun spots too. Want to dunk the bishop? Wear your event t-shirt for Sunday worship, and let's continue the fellowship.
That's happening this weekend, guys. I'm going to be there. I got some things that I want to take care of. I want to get my car washed. So,
get that free wash.
I don't know if it's free free, but I think it's a fundraiser too. So listen, that is an amazing event. That is one of our sponsors for this week. We're going to talk about that a little bit more later on, especially when Madeline Noel comes up. That is her church. And just as a reminder, we are going to feature all of the Lauderhill churches. And we started with the Lauderhill Seventh-day Adventist Church, and we're going to feature that church as well, and several others. So this is a show where we're going to be just talking about all things Lauderhill. All right. So again, welcome back, Jackie Vernon-Thompson. It's good to have you on the show.
Thank
Not
you.
the first time, but it's the first time on Lauderhill TV. And I know it won't be the last either.
No, cannot be.
So you are an author. The book came out, what was it now, a year or two ago?
Ooh, and that was another COVID resurrection.
Wow.
Or birth. It gave birth in COVID. Transformative etiquette. And from the very beginning, of course, the first chapter speaks about my story, how I landed in this industry, and the rest of it from chapter 2 to chapter 14, it is all etiquette, networking etiquette, communication.
Wow.
Purse etiquette, sitting and walking gracefully, chivalry, and the list goes on. This is a great reference book, not only because I wrote it, however, it is a great reference book for anyone who wants to be refined.
Yes.
And make it a lifestyle. Yes, it is an Amazon bestseller.
Yeah.
And so you can purchase it on Amazon, BarnesandNoble.com, Walmart.com. Anywhere there is a book to be sold, you may find it there. And of course, you may find it on my website at FromTheInsideOut.soe.com. If you order it from the website, it will be autographed and sent directly from here to you.
So guys, you want to go to the website and go grab that book. Oral Ferguson says, Jackie is everywhere. Thank you for your knowledge in Sunrise.
Thank you.
LSJ, that's LaRue Sarvis Junior Media Productions. He has a production setup. He works with the youth. You probably know him. And he said, it will happen as far as Lauderhill TV. We're going to be working together on something there. So thank you for tuning in, LaRue. Really appreciate you.
Dr. White.
And Dr. White again. Yes, I purchased that book. I love it. I should have pulled my book out, shouldn't I? But I do have it. I do have it on the screen, so you guys can
there it is.
Take a look at the book. It's beautiful. It's a hardback. It's a substantial book, people. It's really nice. And I started to read it. Of course, I haven't finished it yet, but anytime I need to refer to something, I go through the book and okay, it's a reference guide. So what should I do in this situation? All right, check the etiquette book.
Yes.
All right.
And we've got it in ebook as well. It's ebook, hardback, and paperback.
Oh, okay, beautiful. Well, I was fortunate enough to be gifted one of your books at a recent workshop over in Lauderhill at the Veterans Park when you were speaking to a group of ladies. Let's just make sure we capture everybody's thoughts here. I love it, says Dr. White. And so did you experience a growth spurt during the pandemic? So he must have just come in. You want to address that, Jackie?
Absolutely. I did, by the grace of God. And my company was able to just catapult to another level, both income-wise and just making sure that I have the clients, a nonstop business. And again, I don't take credit for it. I always give the credit to God, because were it not for him, I would not be able to do this. So I'm just very grateful that he's using me to touch so many people. And the funny thing is, Millissa, some folks will ask me, well, what are the pros and cons with what you do? And I tell them there are no cons. Oh, they're all pros. Yes. So I am actually in a position that it's nothing but goodness. I was just like, God, you chose me?
Right?
Oh my gosh. So I'm just so elated about
You
it.
are blessed. You are so blessed.
I remember you asked me, do I sleep?
Oh yes, we're talking about
Yes,
your work ethic. Let's talk about that some more.
before the commercial,
Yes.
let me tell you, because I'm looking for someone who knows. I mean, any entrepreneurs out there who actually knows how to sleep at night and rest, please let me know. Because in the middle of the night, I'm strategizing. I'm like,
I,
Lord, please let me sleep. I'm
I
strategizing. So if you know how to help me
to,
out,
to
just
turn
help a
to turn
sister
it up a
out.
little bit. And I'm sure there's
Absolutely.
probably somebody out there that does that. So the sleep queen, you're the etiquette queen or the etiquette expert. There must be a sleep expert out there. So guys, you heard it. Let Jackie know if you know of the sleep person out there. Madeline, hello, Sister Monica, Hazel Eyes Vlog. Okay, that's Sister Monica. Welcome. Nice to have you here. All right, so Jackie, we'd
Mhm.
like to talk now about some of the other things, the peripheral things, I would say, like you're a media queen now as well. You're writing for. Tell us who you're writing
Ooh,
for, and you're
ooh.
making TV appearances. Tell us where you're appearing.
I am just blown away because, that email system, when emails come through, and like, whoa, who are these people? And I've had the privilege to appear on CBS News, NBC, New York TV, and I have the privilege consistently to write for Huffington Post, the Huffington Post, all things etiquette on various etiquette topics, Reader's Digest. And get this, recently, I posted it today, I've written an article for USA Today. I'm just like,
Ooh,
what? They
wow.
contacted me and requested information on cruising etiquette. It's awesome
Oh,
because I've been cruising for the last 20 years, my family and I. And so
okay.
that was really, really easy for me. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity. I write for dailymail.uk. I have quite a
Uh-huh.
bit of interactions with the UK, and the list goes on. New York Post. And so the big names are constantly contacting me, and I just totally respect the experience I'm having because they didn't have to.
Uh-huh.
And so they read other articles that I've written and they say, I want her to write an article. And that is what's happening. I don't contact these individuals.
Wow.
They discover me on social media or in articles, and they contact me, and I dare not decline the opportunity.
Well, so and that just leads me to another part of the incredible, all that is incredible of Jackie Vernon-Thompson. Can you talk about your social media following and what you're doing in social media? Because again, we're looking for some more gems and so forth from you here.
Yes. So on social media right now, can you believe it that an etiquette school has almost 5 million followers on social media in whole, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, um, let's see, oh, YouTube, of course. And on Facebook alone, we have 1.1 million followers. And I'm just like elated because that is where my meat and potato is.
Right, right.
Facebook is where the mature audience is and
Uh-huh.
where my clients are. That's the demographic. Yes, I teach predominantly children, and of course, I teach adults, but mainly children. The adults who hire me to teach their children are on Facebook.
Yes.
And of course, Instagram. So I'm just so elated to have the opportunity. I post, post, post. My husband knows that even when I'm lying in the bed, 11 o'clock at night, and I have the phone, I am not playing.
Right.
I am posting, which
Working.
is a part of my work.
That's right.
Because I don't know if you've noticed, Millissa, these days people do not invest in businesses that are hearsay. They want to see what you're doing and
Yes.
hear what you're doing.
Yes.
They want to visually see it, they want to hear it on social media. And so if you are a business and you're not very present and consistent on social media, your business probably will not last.
That's it, guys. Mic drop. Mic drop. There is another gem for you guys. So we've had some really good gems so far on this show, and I want you, especially if you came in late, to go back from the beginning and just really listen to what Jackie is saying here. Much gems here. Fantasy Folly, awesome sauce, and Dr. White. That's absolutely amazing. I follow your teaching on Facebook as well.
Thank you.
So we talked about the media, the television appearances, and I want to just put something in the air. Recently, I came across a YouTube. It was a Netflix.
Yes, Netflix
series.
Yes.
Netflix special. I think it was a special or a series. Can't remember. But it was somebody teaching etiquette, and immediately my mind went to you. My mind was like, "Oh, this would be so awesome if Jackie could be the next person on television teaching etiquette." I mean, she was all right, but you know, she was no Jackie Vernon-Thompson now.
Speak it into existence. She's an Oriental lady, right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I'm familiar with that.
I think there was another one. There was a you know what? I think there may have been a black woman as well, but I can't remember. It's been a while, but I just remember etiquette, but I thought about you. Yes. But the other thing that was amazing was that I think somebody had posted, it might have been you, posted on social media that Tyler Perry was building a studio in South Florida, and even might have been in Broward too. And I said, Jackie needs to be on that. Jackie needs to have a show in that studio. So I'm putting it out there. Tyler Perry, if you're listening to Little Lauderhill TV, get in touch with this lady here. She needs her own show on television.
Absolutely.
But just to wrap that up, with all of the exposure you're getting, it's likely that something's going to happen for you very soon.
Well, I do. I put it out there in the atmosphere. One of the things that I do, Millissa, in the morning, first thing before I speak with anyone, of course, I do my morning worship, and then I take out a book and I write my list of gratitudes every single morning. Wow. And it includes my goals. And one of my goals is to somewhat be discovered at that level so that we can spread the message of conduct, better conduct, because I don't know if you noticed, but our international society is just in disarray. Folks have no regard for each other. Common courtesy is no longer common. So it's not about just being on TV to be famous. It's making sure that more people are exposed to this kind of conduct so we can have a more pleasant place to live, right, in this world. Wonderful,
wonderful. We're going to take another quick break, and when we come back, we're going to talk more about the some of the other things that you're doing, Jackie. So don't go too far.
Excitement is in the air. September 16th through the 17th, Christian Community Church of God Lauderhill brings you its 2023 Community Health Fair and Bazaar. Free giveaways all day for 2 days. Bring those grocery bags. We mean it. Free health screenings. You name it. Cholesterol, glucose, BP, HIV, helmet safety, eye testing. Are you eligible for a free mammogram? Come and see. Give it with love. Yeah, blood donation is needed. Please consider giving. Looking for job opportunities? We have that too. Be enlightened by our police officers, fire department personnel, and business consultants. Support local businesses, insurance needs, legal needs, housing needs, body care, eye care, hand care, face care, every care. A massage is a must. Pest control, those rodents must go. Ladies, wigs for all. African attire, yes. Everything clothing. While you're at it, that vehicle needs washing, its engine needs checking, and the food court is open. We have space for more. Sign up to complement our vendor sales and services. Hey kids and kids at heart, we have bounce houses, games, and fun spots too. Want to dunk the bishop? Wear your event t-shirt for Sunday worship, and let's continue the fellowship.
Welcome to Lauderhill TV. That is going to be an incredible event. We encourage you all to come on out. I'm with Jackie Vernon-Thompson tonight. We're talking all things etiquette and business. Jackie,
Yes.
let's talk a little bit more about some of the other things you do as far as, and I'm actually going to show your website. So if you could just take us through your website and maybe just sort of highlight some of the things like your courses that are here, and as a matter of fact, let's start with the youth that you work with. What is that foundation called, and the youth?
My nonprofit organization is called Youth Empowerment Village, where every summer
Mhm.
we gather our students, and of course you have to be registered. It is absolutely free, sponsored by different organizations, the City of Lauderhill, of course, and other private organizations. In addition to BSO, Broward Sheriff, they make sure that they donate to our organization to ensure that this program continues every summer for 5 weeks. We gather approximately 26 to 30 students, and we teach them public speaking, proper etiquette, effective communication, entrepreneurship, financial literacy. And we just hone in on those topics, especially public speaking. And it actually transforms the lives of our students. And Nathaniel, which is one young man that was referred to earlier in the chat room, he was a scholar in our last class. And so we're able to really delve into all of these topics and help these students realize the better part of them and become the best version of themselves. Again, everything is free to them.
Awesome. So I'm going to drop your website one more time in the chat. So please go and check that out in detail. There's a lot of great content there, and there are tips. And I wanted to actually ask you if you could give us one more tip, especially for those who are a little bit tardy to the show. So I don't want to keep you too late tonight. So give us one more tip about how to be on time, and what is the importance of being on time.
Oh, wow. Being on time is etiquette 101. Absolutely. When you're tardy for an event, an appointment, or whatever it may be, it may even be a Zoom meeting. When you are tardy, you're essentially saying that you have no respect for the other person's time.
Ooh.
That's essentially what you're saying. Remember, we communicate verbally and non-verbally. So that non-verbal act of you showing up late without prior notice is essentially saying you do not respect my time,
Mhm, mhm.
and it is all about you. So therefore, to be professional and to be one who is concerned about others, you show up on time. If you're not able to be there on time, you give us a well enough notice to prevent us from sitting and waiting on you.
Mm, very, very good. So please, guys, try to be on time for Lauderhill TV. This is great, great stuff, and I'm trying to encourage you to just try to get here on time. But here, I'm going to give you a break, because even though people don't come on time, at least they do watch the replay. So I'm just
Yeah,
grateful for that. And the replays are available immediately as the show finishes. You can just go right back and watch it.
it's awesome.
Um, Jackie, I've been to many of your workshops. Many,
Thank you.
probably,
Thank you.
I don't think I've missed many at all, but you have quite a few. Could you just talk about some of the workshops you have available, and I can show you your screen too.
Absolutely. And thank you for this opportunity. We teach children and adults, as mentioned, in person and virtually. Some of the topics that we teach is, of course, honoring your body. And in that topic, we focus on your appearance. Understand that we are not dressing nicely or appropriately to only impress people. It is also to show others that you care about yourself and you respect yourself. So we show up properly. I have to uh, I have to share this with you really quick. I was in the post office today,
Uh-huh.
and a young lady was in the post office, an adult with pajama shorts,
Oh,
not even pajama pants. and a half pajama top with a hair tie. And I was, that non-verbally spoke volumes. And so we emphasize the fact that when you're dressing, look in the mirror and ask yourself, which message is this going to send to the public? If that message is going to be, I don't care about how I look, I don't care about anybody, I don't care about opportunities, then perhaps you need to change. Because whatever you're wearing will communicate to the public. So in honoring your body, we talk greatly about that, so folks could really understand the depth of our attire. Maintaining personal hygiene. We do not teach that to adults. We only teach that to our children. Hopefully at the adulthood, they should know about that. We teach that to our children. Sitting and walking gracefully. We teach to women, ladies, girls, it doesn't matter. Chivalry. Of course, we can't leave our boys and men out. Not that the other topics are not appropriate for the boys and men. Of course they are, except for sitting and walking gracefully. However, we wanted to make sure that we had a class specifically for our men. Table etiquette and protocol, tea etiquette, restaurant etiquette, and we even have embracing abstinence. Our young people do need to have that talk. We do need to have that talk with them so they will understand their value and not fall into the situation of giving themselves away, understanding that once you come together with an individual, you become one. And the question is, do you really want to become one with this individual before you are married? And so we delved into that, and the list goes on. Networking etiquette, public speaking, things children should know before age 10, American dining, European dining, living to honor God daily. This is something that is the base of what I do. And the list goes on.
Wow.
Overall, just refining yourself.
Don't you have a workshop happening now or soon regarding abstinence with the boys and girls separate?
Actually, it took place last Sunday. We had two classes. Yes,
Okay.
One at 2:00 with the girls,
Okay.
one at 4 with the boys. And it was phenomenal, very enlightening.
Okay.
And we talked in depth about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very, very good. Very good. Is that the first time you've done that, or you've done those before?
That is the first time I've done it virtually.
Okay. All right. Got you.
Yes.
All right. I know there's so much to talk about, and it's all good stuff. Can you just talk about something that I think is just so special when I saw you advertising this one some time ago, the cotillion. And then as I was doing some research on you, it actually turns out this is not the first time you've done this. And I thought this was so brand new. But can you talk about the cotillion and the real importance of that?
Well, the cotillion is a big deal. And I've had the privilege to work with students at Bethlehem Junior Academy, a phenomenal academy in the city of Tamarack, and they have their preschool in North Lauderdale. Amazing ladies, Barbara Nelson and Audrey Nelson. I just love them.
Yes.
They're the owners of Bethlehem Junior Academy. And I've had the privilege of working with their students the entire school year. And so the cotillion was the culmination of all that they've learned, experienced, and it was just a celebratory experience for them. They dressed beautifully, the girls in princess-like dresses, that was a requirement, and the boys in their either tuxedos or really nice black suit. And at the cotillion, they were joined by family members and friends, and it is to demonstrate some of the protocols that they've learned. And we had a wonderful time celebrating the students, boys and girls, and just showing them that it is okay to feel special.
Yes.
It is okay to have a good time, and you are valuable. And they know that now. And this year, we started last week with Bethlehem Junior Academy again for the entire school year. we look forward to working with the students and topping it off with another cotillion or something else creative.
Wow. So creative, and you always come with these amazing events. I remember you used to do the fashion shows.
Woo!
Uh so many. I mean, let me just ask you this. When you think about how many events you do, or events, workshops, whatever, you do throughout the year, your calendar must be so full.
It is so full. It is so full. And I am so grateful for that. It's not boasting.
Uh-huh,
I
uh-huh.
am grateful for that. I I have to literally say, okay, this week I'm going on vacation. I'm not doing anything. And I have to fight and make sure I don't say, you know what, maybe I could put that off. But I have to be disciplined. So, yes, my schedule is full. And I'm very old school. I do not do my schedule on the phone or
Okay.
anything technical because I can't afford to not show up for a class.
Yes.
So, my schedule is in a calendar book. October of every year, I head to Walmart or Amazon. I buy my New Year calendar and I write everything, and it's filled. It's filled.
Yes.
It's filled. And I'm so grateful for that.
Beautiful. All right. So we're going to take one last break. And when we come back, we're just going to wrap up and just talk about that event one more time and give some
Some
final thoughts as
questions.
well. All right. So let's go to this one. Advertise for free on Lauderhill TV while the offer lasts. Call 954-279-3893 for the details. I just want to remind you that on Lauderhill TV, we do have some free advertising for you if you want to advertise your business, your product, your service, your event. And then we also have our paid packages if you want something a little bit more elaborate. So get in touch with me. I'll be happy to work with you. So Jackie Vernon-Thompson, again, this has been incredible.
Likewise,
Talk
yes.
about your event one more time that's coming up in October.
Absolutely. October 11th to the 13th. That's a Wednesday to Friday. Wednesday evening. Oh, I forgot to tell you. It will be held at the Embassy Suites on 17th Street Causeway. You will be there, Millissa.
Yes,
And
I
we're
sure
excited
will.
about that. At the Embassy Suites on Wednesday evening, it will be the meet and greet when everyone flies in. And the Embassy Suites was so kind to extend a discount to us per night of
Oh,
150. So even if you're local in the city of Lauderhill and you just want to get away for a while, go near the beach and hang
okay.
out for a couple nights, join us. It's only $150 per night. And of course, all rooms are suites, hence Embassy Suites. So I'm not getting kind of commission from them. I'm just saying it's a really nice location. And Wednesday night, meet and greet. Thursday is when we have all of the events as far as the seminars. We have a complimentary lunch. And of course, what was that? Thursday evening at 7 o'clock, our formal gala. We're going to have music. We're going to have a panel to discuss all things etiquette, what's current, what is obsolete, what needs to be discussed, and so forth. And Friday, we will have afternoon tea at Queen's Tea House. And we invite everyone to register at FromTheInsideOut.soe.com. Click Etiquette Conference and join us. You can even make the reservations for your room right there on that page.
Wonderful. Again, everybody, feel free to ask your questions. You have the etiquette expert right in front of you, so do ask your questions right now. I do have a question for you, Jackie, and this is more of a fun
Yes.
question. In the city of Lauderhill, do you have any favorite restaurants or places that you enjoy to go to hang out or to be, to relax?
Favorite restaurant? Okay, well, I am from Yard.
Oh, Jackie said yard like that. No,
Yard.
I'll play
And so I love the Jamaican restaurants that are in Lauderhill. I really visit them quite often, and I just support them quite often. that's where I am pretty often. Just
Do you have anyone, or are you being diplomatic there?
Carl's Seafood,
Okay.
and of course Donna's.
Okay.
Yes,
All right.
those are my two.
Thank you
You're
for that.
welcome.
So we have had a wonderful time, Jackie, and I knew it was going to be just as great as this. We've gone over just a little bit. Do you have any final words to leave with our audience? And this can be anything. It could be business, it could be spiritual, it could be whatever you would like to leave with us. I'm going to give you actually the full screen, the most of the screen, and just share your thoughts. Of course, we're going to clip this out and repurpose. So go ahead, Jackie.
Absolutely. Thank you for this opportunity as well. Always keep God first. I do not leave him out in anything that I do, because I know it is all because of him. I encourage you as an entrepreneur, as an individual who is just living life, make God a part of your entire being. Secondly, if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner and you feel that things are just not going the way it should go, consider pivoting. Because if we continue to do what we're doing that is not working, then you will continue to not work. It will not work. So it's important to know when to pivot and to seek information from different resources to know how to pivot. Sometimes we just need to make that decision and get away from the fear factor and move so that we can excel in the space we are in. Understand also, in general, as an individual, know that your conduct matters. No matter where you are, your conduct matters. If someone simply opens the door for you, don't make the mistake of just stepping through and being so preoccupied that you don't say thank you. Common courtesy is necessary. The way you behave is paid attention to. People recognize the way you behave, whether it's good or bad. And keep in mind the basic definition of etiquette: conducting yourself in a way that doesn't offend others. So be careful of those little curse words that come out of your mouth in public. Try to refrain from using profanity. Try to replace those bad words with intelligent words to properly express yourself. Your manners matter. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jackie Vernon-Thompson.
My
It has
pleasure.
been a delight having you here. Thank you so much for sparing your time with us, because we do know that your schedule is way, way tight, very, very busy. So I bid you a wonderful night
Thank
and
you.
much, much, much success. And God bless you, you and your family. Have a good
Thank
night.
you so much, Millissa. God bless you as well. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Wow. So gems upon gems were dropped tonight from our etiquette expert. And right now we have Madeline with us to give us our interpretation of all of that in about 5 minutes or so. So let me just go ahead and welcome Madeline to the show. Good evening, Madeline. How you doing
Good
tonight?
evening, Millissa. I am well. How are you?
You know what? I'm great. But you know what, Madeline, do you have a microphone, or do you have, is it just coming through your is it coming through your laptop?
Just from the laptop.
All right. So I know you are a lady that's so full of wonderful energy, but every time you come, your energy just blows me away. So I'm going to ask you just today, just to hold back on the energy just a little bit as far as the volume, because it literally does blow my headphone. I got to get a stronger headphones. All right. Without further ado, I'm going to give you this full screen and give you the right screen. And again, welcome to the show, Madeline. Thank you so much.
Merci, Millissa Jayne de Lauderhill TV. Non, moi c'est Madeline Noël, Lauderhill Proud Ambassador et Lauderhill TV Creole Translator. C'est toujours un plaisir pour nous capables ensemble avec vous chaque jeudi soir à 8h sur chaîne télévision YouTube Lauderhill TV. Pas oublier pour dire frères ou sœurs, amis ou pas oublier dire pour yo capable abonner avec chaîne télévision Lauderhill TV. Et bien après-midi nous te gagné un programme qui assez chargé et nous te gagné un visiteur qui très très influencé dans Lauderhill. Et bien c'est pas l'autre qui est certifié ou bien nous capable dire expert étiquette. Non, c'était Madame Jackie Vernon-Thompson. Si vous dans Lauderhill ou pas, j'entends de Madame Jackie Vernon-Thompson, eh bien, ou manquez un bagay. Travail Madame Thompson, ça qu'elle fait, li montre jeune nous yo, li travaille avec adulte, mais li montre jeune nous yo comment pour yo capable servir pendant yo en public, les yo la caillou, les yo l'église, les yo l'école, comment pour yo capable conduire tête yo. Et Madame Thompson gagne un programme, une conférence d'étiquette qui a commencé le 11 octobre pour arriver 13 octobre ou pas vle pour capable rater occasion ça pas oublier 11 octobre pour 13 octobre a gagné une conférence côté ou apprendre si vous sont entrepreneur ou apprendre dans public ou apprendre comment pour capable servir a gagné divers monde qui très variés qui a sorti différents côtés, il a sorti en Afrique, Trinidad, il a sorti Bahamas, Jamaïque et tous environ aux États-Unis. Pas oublier, c'est le 11 pour arriver le 13 octobre ou pas vle rater occasion ça et ou même tout vini parce que ou apprendre comment aller en public, là la caille qui sont des présentations ou besoin pour nous gagner. Et comme nous disons, Madame Thompson, li très influencé chaque été, li gagne un programme pour jeunes yo, li gagne un programme côté, li montre ti moun yo comment pour yo comporter yo, qui habillement pour yo gagner, comment pour yo parler, les yo dans public, qui façon, comment pour yo servir, pour yo pas laguer ko yo n'importe façon avant mariage, pour yo gitan entrer dans vie sexuelle, yo dwe kembe virginité yo, eh bien, Madame Vernon-Thompson, li montre jeunes yo comment pour yo servir. Nous avons invité encore pas oublier le 11 pour arriver 13 octobre si Dieu veut. Madame Thompson a invité communauté dans une conférence d'étiquette ou bien si vous sont entrepreneurs côté wap apprendre en pile bagay. Des bagay qu'elle était fait remarque jodi a que nous voulons souligner. Les wap entrer ou pralon côté pas arriver en retard. Pas arriver en retard sans que vous pas avertir local ou bien moun qui invite ou là pas arriver en retard toujours bayon avertissement sinon ou démontrer moun que ou pas respecter invitation que li ba ou et en même temps tout si vous son moun vraiment qui remet ou gen un business là ou gen business faut toujours promouvoir business ça. Pas oublier pour promoter parce que si vous pas promoter business ou pas gen moun qui connaît et là ou promoter fait en façon visuelle côté moun toujours ouais ça ou fait encore nous dire ou te gagné Madame Jackie Vernon-Thompson qui était ensemble avec vous et sous garder sous écran ou website li côté ou capable ouais toute information qui concernant qui sorte de travail qu'il a fait dans communauté. Pas oublier pas rater occasion. Pas oublier visiter site Madame Jackie Vernon-Thompson côté même nous-mêmes qui adultes les nous a sorti les nous a parlé pas dit bêtises pas quitter bêtises sorti dans bouche nous so tout ça yo nous apprendre yo nous pas jamais trop grand pour nous apprendre si ou dans business you nan responsabilité ou c'est pour toujours yon élève côté ou apprendre de temps en temps c'est comme ça ou même moi grandi et c'est comme ça business ou a grandi et société communauté a grandi yon fois encore c'est un plaisir pour nous être capable ensemble avec vous pas oublier subscribe to Lauderhill TV abonner avec chaîne télévision Lauderhill TV chaque jeudi soir à 8h p.m. Now, jeudi si Dieu veut. Thank you, Millissa.
All right, I gotta unmute myself. Thank you so much, Madeline, for the translation. I will talk to you very, very soon. Okay.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care. All right, guys. I mean, we are rocking and rolling tonight. I'm going to actually share the social media for lovely Jackie Vernon-Thompson in the chat as well. And also, one more thing is the address for the website. I put that in one more time. I think I had put it in earlier, but I'm going to put it in again. All right, so I'm hoping that you enjoyed tonight's show. I know I did. Please give me a number 1 in the chat if you enjoyed the show. And if you're just coming in, number 1, shame on you. But I'm not going to hold it against you because you can always watch it from the beginning. So who just joined? Welcome to Joan Elliott. Thank you so much for joining. I love having you here. Hello, friend. How are you? And welcome to Jacqueline Adamson. Amazing show. And Marcia Gordon says, great show. Anybody else? Is anybody else here? All right. Centric HR is here still. Enjoyed the show. Wonderful. Put your number 1s in. Put your number 1s in. And please do go ahead and follow Jackie Vernon-Thompson. Not that she's in need of followers. She's just blowing up out of control. so much, but you can always appreciate more. Dr. White and Karen Meikle, thank you for joining. And if you're tuning in for the first time, do come back again, and also tell somebody. Don't keep it a secret, because each and every week we give you tips. Each guest that comes up gives you some tips on something, and we inspire you. And sometimes we'll give you resources. For example, last week we talked about the procurement event that was happening yesterday, the Lauderhill procurement event working with government contracts. And because of the show, several people attended and were able to get some really good information. So every week there's going to be something new that you can use. The city of Lauderhill is actually doing some really amazing things. So you do want to come back and tune in for those things. As well as go to the Facebook page, which I've dropped into the chat. Go to the Facebook page. I'm not going to have time to go through the events with you tonight. But again, let me just give you 1 or 2 events, which I can't miss those out. But the majority of the events are in the Facebook group. Go there and you can see what's happening in Lauderhill. But let me just show you real quick. Our sponsors, South Florida Caribbean Conference. That's Samantha Sucra. She was in the chat earlier. Together we can make a difference. She has an event coming up on Saturday, September 23rd, 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. It is a community resource fair. So amazing, happening at the Healing Art Institute of South Florida. And thank you to our sponsor, People Profile, sharing the stories of ordinary people. They are having their big awards gala happening on 24th of September at the Faith Center, 5555 Northwest 95th Avenue in Sunrise. Cocktail hour, showtime, black tie dress attire. And then our another sponsor is Madeline Noel, Lauderhill Creole translator. She has her event coming up this weekend, and you saw the ads earlier. Christian Community Church of God, Community Health Fair and Bazaar, 2052 Northwest 49th Avenue in Lauderhill, September 16th and 17th. So much stuff happening a part of this event. So do come out. It's this weekend. You can't afford to miss that this weekend. All right. So again, thank you to all of my sponsors. And if you'd like to be a sponsor, just get in touch with me. I'll drop my email in the chat. It's info@melissajayne.com. Melissa, Jayne.com. Feel free to get in touch with me. And what is Dr. White say, this is a wonderful television show. I will definitely tune in again. Thank you so much. And feel free to check out all of the archives. We spoke to our mayor. We spoke to 2 of our commissioners so far. We've spoken to FEMA, Florida Department of Transportation. And next week, we're going to have Lauderhill Performing Arts Center talking about their facilities and all of the great things they have happening there. All right, guys. I want to thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I had a wonderful time. We're going to close it out tonight. I'm trying to stay to 1 hour, but it's almost impossible. All right. But I think that people don't really mind it too much. All right. So I thank you again. We'll go out with a few credits and then we will see you next week, same time, 8 o'clock on time. On time, guys, so that you can enjoy everything live. It's much better live than if you're watching on the replay. But if you're watching the replay, just type in replay in the comments. All right. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you next week on Lauderhill TV. Bye for now.